Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maximo and I'm here checking out the Pinball Arcade at long last, although I wish I could do it under better circumstances. I apologise for how weird this video is going to be, but as has been the state of things for the past month or so, Flashpoint's taking up all the spare time I have, so I have less time to put into these sorts of videos than I usually do. For those of you who actually watch these videos and pay attention to Flashpoint, we're adding animations and controller support in the next release. Nobody knows that publicly yet, and I imagine by the time this video comes out, that new version will be out too, but if it's not, well, there you go, you just learned something new. So, the Pinball Arcade is a realistic recreation of over 100 pinball tables, I think, at this point. And Vita support was recently dropped, as in they won't be adding any more tables to it. However, they did say they will continue to update it as they can, and however, this is a little bit sketchy, mainly because they haven't actually updated Pinball Arcade on Vita to the new interface. They actually added a new interface to the PC version a while back, and it hasn't made its way over here yet, which is a little bit strange, but again, I can kind of understand it. And considering that most people who tried the new interface on PC said it was terrible, maybe it's a good thing it didn't show up here. So, let's go have a quick look around in the options menu first. There isn't much to see. You can change the control, or you can see the controls if you like. You can also change a couple of the controls, which is nice. I don't know why you'd ever use the rear touchpad on this thing, but it doesn't seem to get in the way too much, so I don't bother. And that's pretty well nice and all that there. It's also got things like Our Mission, which will tell you basically they're trying to recreate tables as realistically as possible, and they've done a pretty dang good job just spoiling that right out of the gate. You can also do something neat. You can actually play this game in vertical mode if you turn the Vita up on its side. However, the only access to controls you'll have here is touchscreen flippers, so I wouldn't recommend actually doing this, but it's there if you want it. Note that you actually have to do this before you go into the table proper, but there you go. So, well, what's the reason that I have decided to... It's not actually... There it goes. So, what's the reason that I've decided to actually do a video on this game? Well, it's simple enough. Due to some licensing disagreements between Williams, Bally, and the people who made this, Farsight Studios, every Williams and Bally table, I don't know if that's how you pronounce Bally, it might be Bally or something like that, but I don't care. So, the tables from Williams and Bally that are in this game are going to be removed. And by removed, I mean you won't be able to buy them. If you own them, you'll still be able to hang on to them, but they'll be removed from sale, removed from any kind of purchasing at the end of the month. I'm hoping I'll get this up about halfway through June 2018. So what we're going to do is we're mainly going to be focusing on those sorts of tables, because this game has over 100 tables in it. And I own all of them. The only one I don't have downloaded right now is Doctor Who Master of Time, and that's because well, this is before I managed to actually get this on the on a memory card that actually works. So this is actually a backup copy I have that doesn't have everything installed. But I own every table that's on Vita. They cost like something like $240 overall. I bought them as they came out. Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to actually play this in the past. So you have challenges like this, which is basically just put you through a bunch of tables and try and challenge you to get as high a score as possible. And there are also tournaments that you can access. And these tournaments are unfortunately not available because I'm not actually running the latest version, but the general idea is there'll be leaderboards of certain sets of tables, and you got to go through the tables as much as you can, get as much score as you can, and you'll get up on the leaderboards, alright? Pretty simple stuff. Otherwise, you basically just have your tables to go through. And as I said, I have every table in the game. No, I am not kidding. I have literally every table. So I'm just going to be focusing on 10 tables. I think I'm going to be playing 10 tables, but honestly, if this video starts taking too long, I'm probably just going to cut out a few of them. But I have 10 tables here that I want to play. They're all Bally or Williams tables, and they're all going to be gone from purchase by the end of the month. So we're actually going to go and play my favorite pinball table of all time, and therefore my favorite pinball table in the entire collection, which is Medieval Madness.
Welcome to my realm.
So, Medieval Madness is arguably one of the best tables in the game, just due to its overall ease of gameplay and its fantastic theme. It's basically a parody of medieval movie times, you know, like the sort of stuff you'd see in the movies. So you can see that you get a little bio of what the table is there, and you can also do things like go to the game setup to change the amount of players you have, and you can also hit up the table menu for a bunch of things like instructions on how to play the table, which is nice if you don't want to figure it out for yourself, leaderboards, your personal high scores. You have some extras, including being able to change your ball and see the table history in the flyer. You can even use something called the Pro menu. I don't actually have it installed on this one, strangely enough. But as you can see, you get access to the table operators menu, so it's basically just a thing where you can fiddle with the difficulty and certain other things. Ball control, where you can literally just move the ball around as much as you want. And tips from IFPA pros, so that's actually a pretty neat thing. You also have goals. And goals are very simple to understand. They're basically just like little objectives that you can do in the middle of a game. If you get them all, you get a trophy. If you get all of the wizard goals that unlock afterwards, which are all really hard, then you get another trophy on top of that. However, they stopped adding trophies to this after like season 3 or 4. Fuck you too, buddy. They started adding, so they stopped adding trophies to these after season 3 and 4 because they ran into like an internal limit at Sony. So, without further ado, let's actually get into this fucking thing. So, launch the ball with the right stick. And there's lots of stuff going on back there already. So, it's Pinball. It is absolutely lovely Pinball. It's taken a really long time to fall out. There we go. So, yeah, it's Pinball. And it's absolutely fantastic. I don't think I feel the need to go over what Pinball is. It is basically just a big metal ball rolling down a table. Fuck me. That was absolutely going to happen eventually, but unfortunately we just can't, you know. Unfortunately, I just don't stand much of a chance of actually being good at this because, as I said, I haven't actually had the opportunity to play this in months, which is kind of disappointing because I love me some Pinball Arcade. The physics are... well, alright, I'm going to be honest here. I haven't actually played that many real-life pinball tables. I think the only one I've played is some weird, Really? Really? Jesus fuck. I think the only one I've actually played in real life is some pool cue snooker sort of thing from Gottlieb? I know that's a weird thing. I can't remember the table specifically, but if I can actually find it like in research after this, I might just... Thank God. I swear, the ball's only getting down to the flipper once. We'll get onto that, but yeah. There are some other controls that you can do. You can turn off the dot matrix display in the top left by hitting the triangle button. You can also change the camera angle with the circle button, and the square button actually locks the camera to a certain position. So if you want to keep the ball down here, the camera down here by the flippers, for example, this is the best way to do it. And if you hit the circle button, I believe, yeah, the circle button is what changes the camera overall. So every table in this game is going to have some massive set of rules and regulations and stuff like that, but I'm not going to be able to go over all of them in depth, and down we go. That's the end of the game, unfortunately, because Jesus fucking wept. I still haven't got my head around using the left analog stick as like the... yes, I know that I need an update. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off from now on just to stop those prompts from coming up too often. So yeah, there we go. So at the end of every game, it will save your score on the leaderboard. And I don't actually know what that match for free game thing does. I assume it just resets the game because obviously getting free games in a game where you literally have infinite credits doesn't really matter, does it? So I'm just going to give that another... Whoops. I hit the circle button, not the X button, because I'm a fool. Let's give that another shot, and hopefully I can do a little bit better this time, but we will see, won't we? Let's give it just another shot, shall we? What other camera angles we got? Oh, I like this one a bit. Although honestly, I should probably keep it somewhere where you can see more of the table. So yeah, the recreations of tables in the Pinball Arcade strive to be as realistic as possible, and honestly, if you put the real table in front of me and compare it to this, chances are I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. There are some things like low-res textures and stuff that comes up from time to time, but... Let's see if I can get the... Oh no, I got the skull. Okay. Still, that did some damage and I got some points for it, so I'll take it. And boom! Down comes the drawbridge. Now I just need to hit the gate again for that bonus. If I remember correctly, the rules on Medieval Madness are the more of these side activities you do by doing things like hitting the drawbridge and getting up all the ramps and stuff will go towards sieging a castle. And once you've sieged the castle, it just restarts, but you get a massive point bonus for it. So yeah, you know, that's that sort of thing. That is pretty much the idea of every game. Hit as many targets and hit as many things as possible, and you will continue on. But yeah, as I was saying before, the tables strive to be... Fuck me. The tables strive to be realistic. They strive to be as one-to-one recreations of their tabletop counterparts as possible, and they get really close. Like, as I said, I haven't played many real-life tables before, but with that said, this is exactly what I expect a pinball table to feel like. It's fast, it's furious, and it feels right. It feels difficult to actually get shit done in these sorts of... Are you serious right now? Come on. Let's give this another shot. Yay, for more bonuses. I got Super Jets again, which was a goal that I already successfully pulled off. Okay, so if I can get into that, inside that, Really? Really? Are you kidding me right now? This is retarded. Oh, god damn it. I said the physics were realistic and I wasn't kidding because this is just horrible performance on my part. I'm sure I've got a higher score than this. Surely. One more try, because Jesus fuck. Right. So I said the tables were realistic, and I wasn't kidding, they're also really bloody hard. These things were designed to be quarter munchets. And that is absolutely the case. Mainly because these tables are all so bloody difficult that I'd be amazed if you got more than a minute or two in each of them the first time you ever end up playing them, or at least the first time you've ended up playing them. Really? Come on, straight down the fucking middle of my ass. That goddamn ramp.
It's not tragic, you have
yes. So, oh look, start the troll, so I actually get to see an event. Shoot each troll 3 times, and the trolls are the little heads that pop up out of the thing. God, man, that looks great. But yeah, as I said, way harder than you might expect just by looking at it. The physics are extremely unforgiving, to say the least. They are absolutely punishing. And if you aren't really quick on the fucking nudge like I just was, only to lose the ball right down the middle again, then you aren't going to be particularly good at this game. So, that's just a warning for you. The thing about that is... What's the word I'm looking... Wow! Thank God for ball save. It's a stark comparison to... it's a stark comparison to Zen Pinball 2, where all the tables I managed to play on that. It's a lot like, what's the word I'm looking... No, not again. Fuck you. It's a lot like Zen Pinball 2, where the tables are unrealistic and the physics are way more forgiving. You'd be a lot more likely to lose your ball down the sides in Zen Pinball 2. In this game, they are a lot more likely to go down the middle. Oh, I got the skull again, but oh well. And of course, all the fancy techniques you would learn from playing pinball over a long period of time can and will work on this sort of simulation. Obviously, it'd be a little bit different because, you know, simulations aren't accurate to real life and never have been and probably never will be. But this is about as close as you can bloody get, right? finish off the Peasant Revolt. And the Peasant Madness is lit. And I drained my ball, so we don't actually get to see what Peasant Madness is. Fuck me. Well, that was one look at a table. Let's go check out another one, because one of the major benefits of the Pinball Arcade, and, you know, the general variety of pinball in general, is that you can immediately go swap to another table. Just straight away. You can go and play something else, and it will almost feel like a completely different game. Sure, you'll be launching balls and you'll be flipping flippers, but other than that, it'll be all completely different. Like, look at all this. So watch this. If I launch the ball at the right time, I'll actually get the ability to launch a probe, and this actually activates this thing. So I actually need to fire this at the right time, and I fucked it up, and I immediately drained my ball, because of course I did. So yeah, this is the Star Trek table, and it's got the Star Trek Next Generation table, I should say, and it's got everything. It's got the voices, it's got voices, it's got little clips that play up in the top left there. There's even something really funny you can do where if you time a press of the launcher really well, you know, I'll lock the camera. So, if you time a press of the launcher really well, you can actually interrupt Data. He just chimes in with something, and you can literally just like press the... No, there we go. You can press the launcher and be like, Jean-Luc Picard will be like, "Thank you, Mr. Data," in exactly the way you'd expect him to be on the show. Fuck me! Jesus, what is going on with my play today? This is insane. All right, we're gonna have to try that again. Right after it decides whether or not it actually wants to match. It never does. Let's try that again. We'll start the mission this time. And of course, the sound and it's the general sound of everything from the ball to the flippers. It all feels great and sounds great and looks great, and just everything about this bloody collection of pinball tables is really good. Like, honest to God, this is one of the best bloody things.
Captain, the computer is malfunctioning.
Well, at least I got to play the time rift for a little bit.
Launch and probe. The probe has discovered kickback is lit, sir.
So yeah, the game's great. It is absolutely... Every time I open my fucking mouth. Every time.
Launch and probe. The probe has discovered nothing, sir. Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Oh good, I get to actually pick the mission. Asteroid... Oh no, Q's challenge.
Bonjour, mon capitaine.
Q, what are you doing here?
Let's play a little game. Q, we don't have time for your game.
God damn it. We done again? We're done again, right? I can't spend too long on any one particular table, but Jesus Christ. I don't understand how I'm so bad. Like, I know I haven't played in months, but I'm usually way better than this. I swear to God, I'm usually better than this. Alright, we'll pick one that's actually included in the base game, because both of those tables back there are DLC packs, at least for the next couple of weeks. So, let's play one that's actually included in the base game proper, Theatre of Magic. All of the games that I've picked so far have actually been recognized as some of the best pinball tables in existence. So the fact that this game has not only some of the best pinball tables in existence, but it's going to be losing most of them pretty soon, is really a disappointment. Because as I said before, some of these tables are great, and one of the major problems with these tables being removed from the Pinball Arcade is I don't know of any easy way to actually get these tables back up and running in their 100% accurate form. Now, I know that this game isn't going to be 100% accurate. Wow. I know this game isn't going to be 100% accurate, but at the same time, it is the most accurate simulator of these tables that I know of. You can argue that Future Pinball might be more accurate than these, or Visual Pinball might be more accurate than these, but, well, most of the recreations on, like, Future Pinball, for example, don't actually have the video modes? Really? They don't actually have the video modes, and have you ever tried setting Future Pinball up? It is a fucking nightmare. I swear to God that I never want to try setting up Future Pinball again, because holy crap, it was a massive pain in the... Really? It was a massive pain in the arse trying to get anything working on that, because there's like 5 different physics mods and graphics mods that you can get, and it's just a nightmare to set up. And Visual Pinball isn't as appealing, because Visual Pinball is entirely two-dimensional. So yeah, it's just not as immediately visually appealing. So these are the best, like, recreations of these tables that we have. Straight down the fucking middle, because of course it is. We're gonna have to go play another table. I can't play these for much longer, just because I'm gonna suck at them no matter what I try. Ugh, for God's sake. Right. I know which one I'm going for next, because I actually wrote down the list of them so I can just select them, because Bride of Pinball is also a very good machine. I have actually done pretty well on this table before, so hopefully I might be able to actually show this one off, he says, as he's probably going to drain the first ball right down the middle. Actually got a decent skill shot there, that's a surprise. This machine is fucking weird though, like you've got the face up there, and as you can slowly start putting the machine back together, and once you do, it slowly starts flipping over and doing things like multi-ball, and it's just, every table is thoroughly different in this game, at least for the most part. I mean, there are a couple that are relatively similar, like there's Black Knight and Black Knight 2000, and those are obviously like... Oh, nice. Small wheel. Come on, extra ball. Nope, just 100,000 points. Damn. But yeah, it really disappoints me that this game is going to lose these tables, because as far as I'm aware, there is no effort like the Pinball Arcade to preserve tables in this way while also keeping them relatively easy to access. And the only way you're going to be able to access these tables once they're gone is to, like, pirate the PC version? With a version that doesn't have all these tables taken out yet? See, look at me, I'm actually doing alright here. Alright. I can speak.
I can speak.
Oh no.
And that's the first lock for the multi-ball. Oh no, it's not. Damn it. I used to be good at this game, I swear. Now, with that being said, this game isn't perfect. Now, there are definitely tables in this game that have been a bit technically iffy. Down it goes, right down the side. God, I hate how pinball tables do that. Just because it means you have to be really fucking quick on the... You have to be really quick on the... on pressing the left analog stick to tilt the table. Because if you're not, then you're going to lose the ball. And even then, if you are, you need to know exactly how to hit it and when, and just... Like, I know it's an acquired thing, but it would be nice to have, like, a slightly easier mode. But as I was saying, some of the tables in this game aren't perfect. There are definitely ones that have had performance issues. Like, there's one table, which I can't remember for the life of me, which, whenever you played it, it would run at half performance. Like, the ball would be moving notably slower. Damn it! The ball would be moving notably slower on certain tables. And I can't remember for the life of me which ones those were, but yeah. I know it wasn't any of the ones released originally or in the, like, first couple of seasons, but it was later on when the tables started to get a little bit more complicated. What can we play now? Funhouse, that'll do. It's F14 Tomcat, it's a little bit lower. There it is. You can see all the bloody tables you've got here. Let's give Funhouse a shot, shall we? And Farsight were never particularly quick on the technical patches for Vita versions of tables, mainly because they probably didn't sell that much. So some tables were a little bit broken and probably never got fixed, but all the tables I'm showing you right now, at the very least, are tables that are going to be, well, relatively fine. There are some issues that might pop up with certain tables, like balls might get stuck in weird places and all that. It's 11:45 apparently. I'm not familiar with Funhouse's rules, but I'm pretty sure I just locked the ball. Going for that fancy multi-ball. Probably should have gotten the pro mode for at least one of these tables.
You're making me very unhappy. Get away!
See, I'm actually doing okay this time. Not amazingly, but I'm doing alright. What the hell is Super Dog?
Stay away from the clock.
Well, if it's somewhere on the table, I can't see it. So look at his eyes. Look at the eyes of the clown back there. They're horrifying. They did a really good job in recreating this crazy little mechanical stuff they have on the table here and making it look absolutely atrocious. Shoot ramp for crazy steps. I don't think that was... No, was that the ramp? No, I found Rudy's hideout, apparently. Yes! Actually got in his mouth. And I got 1,000,000 points for it. And if I shoot the trapdoor, something else will happen. Oh, it's multi-ball! When did that happen? Oh, and... well, there goes the multi-ball. And there goes the other multi-ball. Hidden hallway multi-ball. I'll just launch it. Please launch it, thank you. See, look at this, I'm actually doing alright. Now, I don't know how the pinball wizards do it. Yes, that was on purpose. Mainly because, I know for a fact that the main menu music in this game is Pinball Wizard by The Who. Or at least it's an instrumental version of it. In the new interface, they actually replaced it with the full-on version of it, which is interesting. I wonder why they didn't do that originally. I'm still on my first ball! How often does this happen? Open my mouth. Open my mouth. Get fucked in it. Right, so let's do this again.
Hey, Biff, you can have it back.
Thank you, ball save. So yeah, it's great. Oh, that's interesting. Come on, go in his... Not very often I'd say go in his mouth, but, you know. But yeah, this whole thing, I mean, look, it does have its problems. It really does. But the tables that do work, which is the majority of them, are really fun to play. And it's going to disappoint me so much when all the Williams and Borley tables are gone. If I had 240 bucks on me, I would have bought up the entirety of the PC version's tables. But I just can't afford it. I want to, but I'm not going to be able to, and when it's eventually gone, I imagine the downloads of the pirate version, which will have like all the tables built into it and all that, will go up immensely. Get back on the field, thank you. No. Great. So, have I at least proved that I'm half decent at pinball? Since I managed to get like 7 million points on, not 7 million points, but something close to it on Funhouse without losing a ball, considering the fact that I haven't played this game in bloody months. Or maybe it's just the fact that I'm actually focused when I'm not talking. It's 11:45. Back to Rudy's hideout. Awesome. And loop-de-loop. And I screwed up the second loop shot, so I don't get points for it. It's unfortunate. Extra ball? I'm on ball 3. Where is extra ball on this table? Oh no, I must have already got the... I must have got it because the ball saver light is on completely, right. Continuing on.
Stay away from the clock.
Man, pinball is such a weird thing. Oh, bollocks. Extra ball? Again, yes, I actually got the extra ball. I will consider that to be an accomplishment. I got the extra ball without actually, like, losing my 3 balls. That sounds so weird out of context, but still. We're going to be playing some more. I'd like to talk some more. But it just means that I'm probably going to start running out of things to say eventually, but... Oh well. One of the big things that actually got me into pinball, at least virtually, is a certain PlayStation 1 game that is also on PC and is actually available on GOG for $6 and will literally run on anything and will run on toasters. And that is Pro Pinball Big Race USA. Not many people would expect me to say that, but considering that Time Shock is apparently the most popular table, but I absolutely loved Big Race USA. It was the... Pro Pinball Big Race USA is one of the coolest bloody things. Super Frenzy? All targets score 100,000 points. Jesus. And I got another extra ball. And it's midnight. Are we still on Frenzy? No, apparently I lost Frenzy. Oh no, there goes the Frenzy. There it goes indeed. And I'm back in the mystery tunnel, because apparently I'm really good at hitting that shot for some reason. I'm not sure why. Shoot the ramp for crazy steps. If only I knew where the bloody ramp was. Shots are not on target. My shots are not on target. No, there we go. That's one that's on target. Get back up there. Frenzy total 5 million. And we're back onto the Super Dog. And we get to shoot again because I've got another extra ball. But yeah, as I was saying, I absolutely loved the theme of Pro Pinball Big Race USA because it had a fully developed theme, it had a goal, it had lots of things to do, and it was just incredibly silly, and it was a real accomplishment to get to the big race at the very end and get the massive amount of points from it. And the best tables from... Did I get another extra ball? When did I get that? Alright, let's see if I can get 20 million before I absolutely drain everything. But yeah, all of the really good tables in Pinball Arcade... What? Another extra ball? Are you serious? Why? Oh, no, and I get to use it straight again, immediately. Because, holy shit. Why not? Why the hell not? Yeah, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted yet again, the thing is a bit... I love the themes in this game. Like, there are a few tables which aren't particularly great, but the best tables in this game, like Star Trek and Medieval Madness and, like Star Trek, Medieval Madness and, well, Funhouse and White Water, which I will try and get to eventually because it's one of the tables I've got written down here. All of these things, all of these tables feel like playing Pro Pinball Big Race USA again, with their clever themes, their in-depth gameplay, and there we go, we finally fucked it up. But my score is now 22.7 million. That's what it looks like when you get on a good run, boys. You don't actually have to use the touchscreen for all of this, you can only use it for, you only need to use it for, actually hitting the select button. It's a little weird, but yeah. We're gonna keep going because I have more tables to show off. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break to rest my voice. How'd I do? I did, 22.7 million. It's actually pretty good. I actually got a fair amount of the table goals as well, didn't I? Like, how many goals did I get? I got 2 of them. I didn't activate Funhouse Frenzy, and I didn't complete a skill shot, and I didn't like extra ball from the gameway. Okay. I will return very shortly. Alright, let's continue on. So, what can I play next? Oh, that's one. Hang on. I'm scrolling all the way back up to the top. I wish there were like 3 different columns of like tables that you could look at so that you could get through the list a bit quicker. But anyway, yeah, Attack from Mars. Probably my second favourite pinball table. A little bit of a technical glitch there with the thing, but whatever. Let's go. Very reminiscent of Medieval Madness, this one, personally, at least in my point of view. Some of you might not think so, but that's just the way I feel about it. Probably gonna suck at it just as badly, but oh well. So I love how everything on this table gives you like 20 million points. It's kind of stupid, but it works.
Nothing can defeat us.
I tilted upwards and not like to the right or left because I was trying to be quick. Look at that. Like that first ball barely lasted a minute and I got 118 million points out of it. Where's the lock? Light lock. Okay. So that means I can, if I get the ball in the right spot, it'll lock the ball. We need to build an atomic blaster! It is definitely meant to be a parody of like, 60s-ish sci-fi movies. Yep, and now the UFO is attacking the Eiffel Tower. If I hit the UFO enough with the actual ball, if I can, like, you know, actually do that. Ball, come back down to me, please. Thank you. No. Hang on. Almost had it. Almost had it again. Completely missed. Man, what am I doing? Oh well, I want another ball. God, I used to be able to hit this dead on back when I played this, like, not so much as full time, but, you know, when I actually played. There we go. Take that, you fucking UFO. And we blew it to smithereens. Saucer destroyed. That was one of the table goals. Cool. And that's the last ball, so I think we're gonna go into multi-ball. There we go. The jackpot is apparently 60 million. That isn't much in this game. It really isn't. Jackpot! Oh well, apparently you get the jackpot when you hit fucking anything, so I'll take it. Trying to avoid one of them getting down the drain, but not that much I can do about it when it's going straight down the middle. I'm guessing we've just gone back to, oh no, we're still on multi-ball, and apparently I'm at 1 billion points. Alright, multi-ball's over, but I am at 1 billion points right now, which is fantastic. And I get 5 times extra multiplier. Awesome. We need to build more Atomic Blaster. Or something like that. I don't actually have my sound on. Yeah, I actually got the Atomic Blaster built, and I blew the crap out of some aliens. And it's gone. And 200 million points. Extra ball at 4 billion. The chances of me actually reaching that are absolutely tiny. There are all sorts of things that can be talked about with this game, like how you use the flippers to swap between different kinds of lights, you use all sorts of advanced techniques like holding the ball in the flipper to make your next shot easier. There's just so many different things. And that's what makes these sorts of games great. And with the overall high difficulty, you might think I'm actually really frustrated by it, and I am. However, it also means that the game's got a massive skill ceiling, so you actually feel motivated to come back and play these as much as you can in order to actually, you know, succeed, get high scores and what have you. And with the themes of all the tables and stuff being so... And down we go. That's unfortunate. It's alright though. Nice quick game, means we can move on to the next table. I'm just gonna be just to save some time from actually putting in the, putting it in. I actually made it on the high scoreboard. That's certainly something. I usually don't make it on the high scoreboard on Attack from Mars. What's next? Well, I mean, we're here. We might as well. The Addams Family. Considered to be the best pinball table in existence. I'm not actually that big of a fan of it myself, but we'll give it a go anyway. Never actually seen the show either, if you can believe it.
Welcome, honored guest.
No, I knew that was going to go straight down the middle as it was up there, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. God damn it. Wow, are you serious? hit cousin it. I've never actually seen the Addams Family, so I don't know who or what it is.
Go, man.
You can also use a touchscreen. It's actually kind of neat for the plunger. Whoa, hello. What did you do with my ball? Okay. Giant creepy hand thing. Hit vault or electric. Never mind. Apparently I managed to do something called a train wreck, and I have whoop. And I managed to accomplish one of the table goals. Awesome. This is actually a completely bare save file because, you know, this is one I downloaded fresh just for the purpose of storing it for doing a video on it later, and unfortunately my hand was quite forced. And down the middle it goes.
Who says you can't take it with you?
51 million. Apparently I'm a family member, that's kind of neat. Alright. So what was the local high scoreboard on this one? I'm probably down the very bottom of it. Yep, down the very bottom of it. Didn't do too badly though, all things considered. Alright, what's next? Well, I mean, we're here. Welcome to Wet Willies! Wet Willies sounds like some kind of gay porno. I'm sorry. Let's do this. This is one of the fastest tables in the game, and if that doesn't show it off, I don't know what does. Excuse me, having a stroke. Yeah, this is one of the fastest tables in the game, just in general speed-wise. The slope is really tight, and you will... If you aren't particularly skilled with your reactions and tilt finger, you are going to be very, very incapable of playing this. Yeah, it's actually really cool to watch the ball on this table, just because of all the different ramps and stuff. Look at it go. It's like the same sort of thrill you get out of going really fast in a racing game, which is weird.
No way out! Keep going, partner!
But at the same time, it's not. It's pretty obvious why. Because holy hell, it's satisfying to move this ball so quickly without getting thrown down the drains. He says as he watches this ball go down the drain. My god. I said this game was hard and I wasn't kidding. Alright, I think we have time for one more table, and considering that I've done every table on my list so far except for one, I think we know what one that table is going to be. Actually, two. I'm sorry, I can't count. We have to. We absolutely have to. I can't let Arnie go without at least hearing his voice once. So let's do this.
Don't move.
How did I do that 3 times in a row? That never happens. God damn it. Right, those are my fingers cracking because seriously, I kind of need them at this point. Almost made it. Bollocks. Extra ball at 30 million. I'm currently at 7 million? 8 million. Okay, that means I'm not actually doing too badly. I really do apologize for not being able to show off these tables in full, but it's pinball. I'm shit at it. I've always been shit at it. I wish I had the ability to show these off more thoroughly. But I'm just terrible at pinball. I always have been. And I will probably continue to be terrible at pinball for the rest of my natural born life, because that's just the way it goes. We'll give this one more shot, and then I think we will have time for the last table on my list. But yeah, this game's gonna lose, like, over half of its tables in, like, I imagine by the time you see this, it'll be around 2 weeks. Which is just insane to me. I don't know why Williams and Bawley decided to give up the licenses, but... Well, not so much give up the licenses, but, like, take them away from Farsight, because, you know, for the problems that Farsight do have with, like, some of the technical issues and whatever, this is the only, like, table restoration of its caliber that I know of. I don't know why they insist on taking it all away. Apparently I'm going to do a lot worse in my second try at Terminator 2 than my first try.
Direct hit.
And I immediately just, like... I immediately fuck it up. Yep, that went about as well as I could have expected. Alright, we have time for one more. And that'll be the 10 that I've got written down here. So, I'm pretty sure you all can guess what the last one's... Actually, you probably can't, to be honest, because there's like 50 other tables I had to choose to willfully exclude from this video in order to, like, actually get, like, a good selection while at the same time trying to show off as much as possible. Yeah, it's Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone.
It's gotta be Twilight Zone. What else would you pick? Well, Doctor Who, Diner, Champion Pub, Cactus Canyon, Black Knight, Black Rose, Banzai Run, Firepower, Gorga, High Speed. I mean, seriously, the amount of tables where... That was a fucking disappointment right there, son. The amount of tables that are going to go missing in this update is just... It's too much. It really is too much.
There's madness in town square.
Can I just, like, restart? I'm gonna, exit game, just save me the trouble. Let's try this again.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Is
the Pinball Arcade on Switch yet? Because if it isn't, chances are they're never going to get these tables. Which is disappointing. Would have been neat to see it playable in, like, tape mode. I know that there's, I know that there's, tape mode in Stern Pinball Arcade, which is actually different from the regular Pinball Arcade, because it's mainly just Stern modern-day tables, but... yeah, either way, it's thoroughly disappointing, and I really do hope that Farsight can renegotiate the license, because the general idea that we might lose some of the best recreations of these tables digitally is massively disappointing. I mean, sure, we'll be able to have the cracked game, but, well, unless someone else is going to step up to the plate, and yeah, I'm not even going to try that again. That table is really fucking hard, even by my standards. Even by... yeah, unless someone's going to step up to the plate and just do this sort of thing, but better, it's going to be really bad losing all these tables. So, all 10 tables that you just saw, from the Addams Family to Whitewater, are all going to be gone from this game in 2 weeks. So if you want to go and buy them, you get to go buy them in like the next 2 weeks, or you'll never be able to buy them again. So the individual table packs cost $5, the season passes cost like $30, and the season passes with all the pro modes cost $40. And you probably don't need the pro modes, like not really, unless you really want to fiddle around with the tables, but yeah, there are way too many good tables here just to pass up. If you have $240 spare, or whatever the bloody hell it costs, I wouldn't recommend buying everything, but at the same time, most of the tables here are worth the time, and I really do like being able to pick them up and play them whenever I like without having to fiddle around with Future Pinball. The physics are good. The gameplay is great for every table, you know, depending on what table you're playing, obviously, but for every table that I personally enjoy, obviously, the most of the tables in this game is great. There's a few technical issues here and there. Some of them have been fixed, some of them haven't, and they probably won't be fixed considering what's going on, but still, the Pinball Arcade is a hell of a thing, and I really do enjoy it, and if you want to pop in and get as many tables as you can now, I would recommend it, just because, seriously, this is one of the best pinball games that's ever existed, and I really do hope they get the license back. For Vita, that would probably be too late. By the time that they have gone and done that, the Vita will probably be dead in the ground, and there'll be no point in trying to revive it, which is a massive shame. Thankfully, we do have all the tables bought and downloaded and all that, so at least if someone comes up with a really easy homebrew hack or something, we'll be able to keep the full versions of these tables for ourselves. Hopefully, maybe. So yeah, there you go. This has been Blue Maxima, and I will see you all next time.